like boobies. You like boobies. Vicky likes boobies.
You're tacky and I hate you.
Now, are there any damn questions?
Have you any idea what the street value of this mountain is?
This is a nice fish, you know? Big fucking eyes, but a nice fucking fish.
Hey, nerdlings. Thanks for listening. I'm Mike. That's
Justin.
That's
Ben.
And the man in the chair
This is Joe.
Join us, won't you, as we look at the past. Some recent past, some deep past. Not quite as deep anymore, but we're still stuck in the quagmire that is the 20th Century Fox Marvel era.
Okay.
We're at the tail end of it, though. We have 9 more movies to go through. We're going to give our opinions and give our numbers and get an average of exactly how shitty we feel these movies were. Let you folks know, nothing but X-Men left this time. And X-Men adjacent things. Let's come right out the gate. No need to tease it. James Mangold's first attempt with the character The Wolverine. Starring one, Hugh Jackman. Of course. Much better than his other solo outing. But still a bit wanting in my opinion. I'm a bit kind to these things. I gave it an 80.
I don't think you're being, like, overly kind. I mean, in comparison to that first Wolverine movie, this is like The Godfather.
Does anybody want to be reminded of the score we gave for the first Wolverine movie?
I would like to. Yeah.
I gave it a 15. Justin gave it a 19. Vinny gave it a 27, and Joe gave it a 16. It got an 18.5.
Yeah.
Justifiable.
I really like the Wolverine.
Yeah.
I did too. Dude, I had the R-rated cut edition. More blood and...
Yeah.
Is this the one with the silver samurai guy? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Japan one.
I give it an 85.
85. Alright.
Well, I'm a slut for Japan too, so...
And they showed a lot of the variety of Japan, too.
Yeah.
I remember I only saw this movie one time. Didn't love it. 68. You know what? I enjoyed this one. Definitely leagues above Wolverine Origins. Remember the scene where Logan and Yu-Gi-Oh are going through the town getting shot at by the ninjas was awesome.
Fun fact, that was done guerrilla style. They didn't have permits to do a lot of that shooting.
Wow.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So they put a guy up there, dressed like what's his name, who should have been the Silver Samurai. Oh, I don't remember his name now. But yeah, just an angle from behind him, looking down, getting images of people running through the streets, and there's no permits for it.
Nice.
So,
And I also thought the opening sequence of that movie was pretty awesome with the nuke. I give it an 85 also, by the way.
I figured this one would come out smelling good compared to a lot of the other ones. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. 1 24. Huh?
What?
I'm trying to rely on the math, the ability to add in Notepad, but it doesn't always work well. I put 80 plus 85 plus 68 plus 85. They came out to 158. There we go. 318. That's a lot more.
That's a number.
Yeah. 79.5.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's high.
Okay. Days of Future Past. If for no other reason, it got all the X-Men in there and has one of the best sequences that they have never been able to top with the Quicksilver kitchen scene.
Which cut are we talking about? The original or the Rogue?
I prefer the Rogue cut,
I do too.
personally, because it gives a lot more reason for them to be tracked, and it makes sense. I'm going to use the word logically, even though this is a story about superpowered individuals and killer robots and time travel. But if you're following it logically, he's there for multiple days. That would mean that Kitty Pryde would have been awake, using her powers for multiple days. That cake don't bake.
Oh,
So having Rogue come in part way to relieve her makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of problems with it, yeah, but I still get a lot of enjoyment. I'm going with 77.
I am not that big of a fan of this one.
As you,
Yeah, no, I've made it known on this show. 60.
that's more kind than I expect you to be.
Yeah, so like, it gets points for the fact that you get some X-Men in there that you haven't seen in a few of the other movies, right? You get all the X-Men in by the end. And they do their retconning shit. But it's just like, I don't know.
There's a lot of stuff in there that makes you go, really? Like, fucking...
Yeah.
He can take a shot that gives him the ability to walk, but takes away his powers. That's way too plot convenient.
yeah.
It's very annoying. Vinny?
Oh, also, those fucking Sentinels, the Sentinel design, dog shit.
Horrendous.
Eye Sentinels shouldn't have been a thing.
Yeah. No. They look completely out of place.
I actually adore this movie. I give it an 88. I love the Sentinels. Quicksilver scene actually really sells it to me. And I like this movie. It's good. Peter Dinklage.
I did enjoy the Dinklage.
Yeah.
His part and the fact that we get a McAvoy Stewart scene, and it's probably the best moment in the whole film.
Yes.
It's really
Wolverine, buck naked, just cum gutters going nuts.
He does have the
Shredded,
cum gutters, yeah.
so vascular, and he turns around and goes, "I'm not on steroids." And everyone,
is not a
yeah,
step.
That's right.
yeah, and I believe him. Just
Mike,
hard work.
Mike said HGH is not a steroid.
Yeah.
Sure.
Dude, he had he had like ab veins going in that movie.
Yeah, he was so thirsty.
He had ab veins.
Literally. They dehydrated
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
He
think
had
he done
sauna.
a whole week. Mm-hmm.
No.
They all cut. Someone had to run in, grab him because he was about to pass out. That's dedication.
I did enjoy Days of Future Past. But there were some definitely negatives with it. Rogue Cut
Sorry
was
for the
definitely
chomping, by the way. I have a gopher over here and just hacking away.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, nothing.
Hey, this might be the week that we skip punch.
Stabbed with a fork.
Bro, I can't even believe you guys didn't hear it. That's why I said something, because it was almost like a deliberate, loud crunch on like, she's like, how am I going to make this be the loudest crunch possible?
She actually says the word crunch.
Yeah.
Just remember, the next show is on video.
Yeah. She goes, num num.
I'm going to give Days of Future Past an 81.
That's low.
It was good. I did enjoy the Wolverine more.
Yeah.
And Wolverine did have less negatives.
It's a more straightforward story.
Yes.
A more focused story. This one's all over the place. It shouldn't have been about Wolverine. It didn't need to be, but apparently every fucking X-Men movie needs to be about Wolverine. And if it isn't, it doesn't make enough money for them.
Yeah.
Except His Future Past. They didn't want to take the risk this time.
We did get Bishop.
Yeah, Bishop.
Yep.
We got Colossus back.
Mm-hmm.
We got a version of Sunspot, right?
Warpath.
Warpath. We got friggin' Warpath.
Yeah.
Never thought we'd see Warpath. Next on the chopping block, quite possibly...
What was the average?
76.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I expected it to do under the Wolverine, because that's just a more focused, higher quality movie, but it's such a spectacle. And he drops an entire fucking stadium on the White House.
Mm-hmm.
That alone is like, that's creativity.
He dropped the RFK Stadium. Yep.
Okay, next up, what many consider to be the godfather of the X-Men movies, Logan.
I totally fucking disagree with you.
Okay. It's beloved. I'd be loving it. I'd give it, I'm not going to go into the 90s with it, but I'll say it's an 87. It is a great movie. If I remember correctly, your reasons for not enjoying it is the fact that it's depressing.
One, it's depressing. Two,
Undeniable.
you promised me Old Man Logan.
No, they didn't.
And you give me Chauffeur Logan.
They didn't promise Old Man Logan. They inferred a bit of Old Man Logan.
And
but they were never, ever, ever going to tell that story.
You hand me the flaming pile of dog shit, which is young Logan as the villain.
Well, young Logan as the weapon. There's a ton of villains in that movie.
What'd you give it?
I went 87.
25.
That's fucking ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
I hate Logan. I hate the movie. Hate it. I'd rather watch X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Ooh. That's insane. That's fucking insanity.
I find it more enjoyable.
That's so weird.
Yeah. I know that's fine. I
give it a 98. I come almost every time I watch it. It's such a good movie. You know?
If you two didn't look so much alike, I wouldn't believe you're related.
Like,
I'm looking at you two right now. You're not hearing it.
The Dirty Harry-esque aspect. The daughter, just completely like him, but almost a little bit worse. Subtly immature, but she's a badass. The fact that he is the villain, it's like, what?
Dumb.
How did they do that with all the technology?
Dumb.
You know? I enjoyed it. And then he died? Question mark?
But he didn't.
No, he did. Oh, no, he did. He done died. And they proved it later.
Uh-huh.
Joe?
I did enjoy Logan. I love the Western feel to the movie. Or that cowboy feel.
It is inspired by Unforgiven.
Yep. I thought Patrick Stewart should have got a nomination for Best Supporting Actor for that movie.
For Best Potato.
He was really good.
Yeah, he had some great performances. The moment in bed where he gives that little speech is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Right before his heart gets broken.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it. 87.
Okay.
I'm surprised they didn't jump at the bit to get Daphne Keane back in there sooner to reprise her role.
It would have been shoehorned. If you tried to fit her into anything else, it was perfect timing getting her back later.
Still.
Logan has a criminally low 74.25 right now. Now, if you give this next movie anything more than a fucking 25,
99.
I might never speak to you again. Because the next movie up on our list is X-Men Apocalypse. And X-Men Apocalypse is extremely lacking in anything positive.
I like X-Men Apocalypse.
I just recently rewatched it. It's a shit show.
The reason I like X-Men Apocalypse is because Storm gets more than a shit line of dialogue. You get more of an actual origin story from her, which is pretty comics accurate.
One character carries the movie for you.
Listen, they dropped the ball on Apocalypse, but like Olivia Munn, come on.
They dropped the ball on Apocalypse. They dropped the ball on Psylocke. She's basically eye candy. They dropped the ball on Angel. They dropped the ball on Nightcrawler. They dropped the ball on Jean Grey. They dropped the ball on Cyclops. They dropped the ball on fucking everybody in that movie.
What are you giving it? A 25? Is that what you're saying?
No, 40.
You're generous.
I will give it a 50.
Absurd.
Still fucking low.
It's twice as much as Logan.
Mm-hmm.
In your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember seeing this movie. I only remember like one scene with Olivia Munn. She's got the swords and she jumped down the pyramid or something.
I think you're thinking of the trailer too. You're thinking of that every version, every commercial, every trailer where she's spinning and like cuts a car in half.
Yeah, maybe I didn't see it then. So I'll give it like a 35 because that movie gave me no interest. I was like, I'm not doing it. So it pissed me off. Just the constant recast bullshit. Rushed it out.
All right, Joe, what's your perspective on this giant film?
So, let's see. We had Oscar Isaac says Ivan Ooze. This movie sucked. It's not the worst X-Men movie.
It's not. I will agree.
That's
still fucking coming up.
It's not. Yeah.
Yes. We're almost there, kid.
I'm trying to think of something redeeming for this movie. Something positive.
Told you the storm arc. The fact that she was more than just set dressing to call forth lightning. Like they did a little bit of justice. I'm not saying a lot.
17.
Another good performance from Mystique.
So, her last good performance. No, actually, I don't.
You wouldn't be wrong with that statement.
No, it was, but it wasn't enough to save it though.
Who's it, Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah.
35.5, which obviously I'll accept it, given the fact that I gave it a 40.
Yeah.
Now, a couple of years after that, they took a giant nail and hammered it directly into that coffin. No, directly into the chest of the movie. Then used the same nail. Melted the nail down, made a bunch of smaller nails, and hammered that coffin closed. With Dark Phoenix. I am being so fucking kind right now with a 15.
That is way too fucking nice.
I agree.
Why would you even give it that?
Dude, I could find
there's zero things I like about this fucking movie.
Nope.
because the only thing that's redeeming, they actually did some comic shit in there where it's like, you know what? My X-Men are superheroes. There's a tragedy happening. I want them to go save the astronauts. We're going to try and help humanity. And every moment after that, the movie, like, you know those gags where someone drops something, like they drop their hat and they keep kicking it and kicking it and kicking it and fumbling? That's how bad they dropped the ball with this movie.
Yeah.
Every fucking decision about it was dog shit.
Hank, you're not blue anymore?
Yeah.
Fuck you. 5. It gets a 5. That's the nicest I can be. It gets 5.
I won't argue with that. We have these aliens that can shapeshift.
No.
Yeah.
You know what we call them? Now, I don't know what we call them.
Yeah.
We don't need to have them shapeshift. We have these aliens that need to be part of the story. Do we just call them the Shi'ar? Make it the fucking Shi'ar and honor the comics? Why would you do that?
Dumb.
Make them pseudo-Skrulls.
Or because they couldn't use scrolls because, according to them, Captain Marvel did it so they couldn't do the same thing.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have fucking gone with it.
No, I agree.
Scrolls weren't even a part of that fucking story.
No.
Just fucking Shi'ar. You would have saved money on effects.
Yeah.
Just all you needed was like feathers on people's faces.
Yeah, it fucking a lot of mascara.
Yep, perfectly fine. And the goodwill they built up with Storm in the previous movie, they completely pissed all over in this one.
Yeah. Like, you know what was great about the first X-Men movies? Halle Berry's performance. Let's dial that in.
Oh, yeah. But, nope.
Then what do you give it?
I feel bad. I didn't see either of these movies.
Dude, you're not missing much.
Better off.
Don't. You've spent a better life than us then.
Yeah.
Well, like, I knew as soon as they announced What's-Her-Face from Game of Thrones was playing Jean Grey, I'm like, they're just trying to strike while the iron's hot. And, like, everything they put out is cold. I said I would get around to doing it, and, like, taking out the trash, I just never seemed to get it. So...
She had a ton of potential to play the character right. They just never gave her anything to work with, which is a damn shame, because Jean, when used properly, 97. See how much potential she's got.
Well, it's like DC does this too. It's like they try to do too much too fast and they don't build it.
Mm-hmm.
And they just want to hit a home run. And it's like you can hit a home run without it being like grandiose. Just make a good movie.
Tell a good story. That's all you have to fucking do. And you're cribbing from comics anyway. The story's right there. Just fucking use it. Like,
I don't want to.
And it's not like they had to rush through it. I just checked the time on it. 1 hour and 53 minutes. That's more than enough time to do some character development with characters you've already established.
Yeah.
And they really didn't.
It's time I want back.
Give us a number, Joe. Actually, we need a Vinny's number.
I'll go 7.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate watching this movie. I know Jennifer Lawrence was just so fed up, and, like, done with the character. They're just like, just give me shitty makeup. Shitty makeup.
Just give me makeup from the neck up and my hands and take me out in the first act.
Yep.
And pay me a ridiculous amount of money. It's the only way this is happening.
Yep. Like, you know, it's not like Fox could have done, like, they could have done the Dark Phoenix saga better, you know, just build it up over time instead of always trying to cram it into a movie.
Well, they shit the bed again on this one, because the previous film, that was the film, they teased the Phoenix. And it's like, oh, okay, they're doing the thing that the previous version did, where it's always been a part of her. Now let's negate that and bring it back to the comic origins, where it's something that possesses her. What the fuck is the story here? Literally, what is the story you're trying to tell? Because you're conflicting yourself at every turn.
That movie was awful. Do you have our previous? Do you have like the previous vote, like, numbers from
which movie?
Fantastic Fantastic Four, I gave a 0, right?
Fantastic, yeah.
Fantastic, okay. I'll give this one a 1 because I actually made it to the end.
All right. Okay. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Single digits, right?
I don't even need to go to the calculator for this. It gets a 7.
It was... the movie was terrible.
Yeah.
Between the four of us, it gets a 28. 28 divided by 4.
It was terrible.
All right. I'm not going to dictate any of the scores, but I have a feeling it'll be a lot more uphill from this point.
Don't assume.
It went through post-production and production and pre-production. It went through all types of hells. But when New Mutants finally came out,
Oh, I fucking love New Mutants.
it's an okay movie. I don't love it. There's a lot of problems I had with it. A lot of things they set up that never get paid off. A lot of things that are hollow statements in it.
I think that had a lot to do with the developmental hell. And then they were just like, well, we made it. We just got to release it, even though we know we're not doing anything with it ever again.
Yeah.
Like, it falls victim to some studio bullshit.
Massively, painfully victim. But there were a lot of scary elements. They were trying to make a mutant horror movie, and it had creepy shit in it. It had messed up notions. The swerve was never really a swerve. You knew going in that Danny Moonstar, even if you've never read the comics, you knew she was the one causing the problem. And her coming to grips with her abilities is going to fix the problem. But the characters around her were pretty decent representations of those characters. Could have done so much more with magic. Could have had a way better Sunspot.
Yeah.
Could have had more than 2 minutes of Cannonball being Cannonball.
I'm happy that I got to see those characters come to life, though.
Yeah, we got Wolfsbane. I never thought we'd get Wolfsbane in a movie.
Oh.
And it happened. So I go, it doesn't get a passing grade, but 65, I believe, is pretty accurate for this movie.
I got to see Lockheed, though.
A version.
So I give it 70. I like dragons.
No arguments here.
This is another one I have not seen. Feel bad. I'll split the difference between you guys. I'll say 67.
It's worth a watch. It's not that long. It's on Disney Plus.
I forget why I never picked this one up.
I never watched it either.
I like Anna Taylor-Joy. Joe.
Yeah.
She's a shining point in the whole thing, too.
Yeah, she really is.
Her attitude and when she embodies her powers, it's, holy shit, we get to see a live-action magic. Once. Just once.
I never watched it either, just because I know it went through developmental hell, and then by the time it came out, I just didn't care.
It is worth the watch.
Yeah. If you've spent time on Dark Phoenix and Apocalypse and
any of the X-Men movies, if you spent any time on any of the X-Men movies, did you owe yourself to watch New Mutants just to be like, oh wow, so it was possible to do something pretty cool?
This is different, at least.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's great, but I'm saying it's a lot better than a majority of those other X-Men movies.
It's not hard. That didn't say much.
I know it's not a high bar to have to leap over, but
I can't give a number because I didn't see it.
Vinny didn't either, but he at least came up with a number.
Give a number of how much you want to see it.
20.
Ouch.
The last time I saw anything with X-Men, I enjoyed it. And then the time before that, I enjoyed it even more. And then the time before that, not so much.
Well, I don't think it's too insulting for it to get a 55.5.
No,
I don't agree
it's
with
not.
it completely, obviously, but I guarantee you, if we went on like Rotten Tomatoes, it would probably be somewhere in the 4 or 5s. So, most likely in line with the rest of the world. Tell me I'm wrong, Joe.
New Mutants. Okay, I'm not enabling ads. 36.
Ooh. IMDb's got 5.3.
The popcorn meter is 55, but the tomato meter is 36.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about the critics. People matter. People's choice. We're real heroes.
I think the popcorn is the critics, though.
I thought it was the other way around.
Tomatoes, critics, popcorn's audience.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. The last 3 are tangentially X-Men for the most part. No, you know what? No, they're full-on X-Men because all 3 of these movies have an actual X-Men in them. At least one X-Man. Merc with the Mouth, Deadpool. We finally got not just a movie, some movies. The first one is, in my opinion, a shining point in the entire 20th Century Fox Marvel experience. That's a kind word. If for no other reason than comedy, it should get a high score. And the action is great. And Ryan Reynolds was born to play the character, and when he finally got a chance to actually play the character, knocked it out of the park. I give it a 93.
I'll go to 90. I do love Deadpool.
I mean, we know you've seen this.
Yeah, I'll pop it in with an 85. Solid movie.
I would like to thank Betty White for leaking the test footage. So I give this movie a 95.
95. Might be the biggest one. All right. 363 divided by 4. 90.75.
I think that's respectable.
I'm not going to argue with that at all. It makes me very, very happy. The second one, some people might not love as much, but I think it's fairly consistent. We got to see a live-action Cable. He's only about 5'11", much shorter than the comics.
If not for that reason, I would score this lower than the original one, but because I got to see live-action Cable, it gets slightly higher score from me.
The best version of Juggernaut we've ever gotten.
Oh, hands down.
An interesting version of Domino. It's one of those things that it would be tricky to put into a movie, but they show luck powers in a very creative way. All of X-Force. We got multiple versions of X-Force put together in one. Zeitgeist. Bedlam. Anything Terry Crews is in is better because Terry Crews is in it. And one of the best cameos of all time.
Sure. He's not here, isn't he?
But I'm going with 90, though. I don't think it's better than the first one because there's something so great about the first time they nailed Deadpool, but it doesn't slip that much for me. So it gets a 90.
I'm going 92 because of the live-action Cable.
Yeah, I just think these are consistently good movies. 85. Like me some Cable.
Yeah, I like the Cable. I like Juggernaut. It was consistent. It was still good.
And it had heart.
It did have heart. Yeah, I liked his killing montage in the beginning. Was fucking great.
Even better in the director's cut.
Oh yeah.
With the Caribbean blue bath scene. When you see more of that, it's only more gooder.
I'll give it a 93. I still like the first one better.
Hard to top that one.
Yeah.
Solid 90. Solid 90 for the DP. Ooh, what the fuck happened there? Anyway. Rounding out our entire Fox experience. DP and WV. Deadpool and Wolverine.
See, now I call shenanigans on this because we put it on the end of the Marvel list.
Did we?
Yes.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Oh, that's right. It's not technically 26.
It is not a Fox movie.
So yeah, we have to excise it.
Right.
Yeah. That's the end.
Well,
that's it.
That was it for the Fox universe?
Yeah.
That was it. That was everything.
Was
Unless
it?
there's something I'm missing.
Not to my knowledge.
No. When are we doing the Sonyverse?
I omitted that from my head. The next thing I was thinking was Batman.
Batman would be better because I don't know if I really want to watch Craven.
It's on
I
Netflix.
tried.
I know. It just looks so bad.
I watched like the first half hour, maybe 25 minutes, and it's like shooty, bang, bang kind of, but it's more like just punchy, kick, and I'm gonna climb walls.
Yeah.
Like
He loves to climb walls.
yeah, like I don't know.
Oh, I know. No.
Yeah, give me Batman and Robin all day. All day, dude.
That's
I'll watch Batman and Robin. Everyone will chill.
Hey, do you want me to shit in your mouth and have it be solid, or do you want it to have it be loose? Which type of shit do you want in your mouth? That's what that comparison is to me.
No way. Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime, he got paid $10 million for that role. If that doesn't say America in the 90s, I don't know what does.
Closer to 20.
Oh, fuck, really? Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, he kicked ice that year, huh?
On that note, if you like what you hear, go ahead and follow us on the socials. Facebook.com/nerdities. At Nerdities on Twitter, at Nerdities on Instagram. If you feel so inclined to ask us questions and you want to email us, you can do that by emailing us at nerdities@gmail.com. Check out our very outdated website. There's nothing on it except for whatever I put up there, like, I don't know, 8 fucking years ago.
We really should stop saying that.
I don't care.
No, just stop saying nerdities.com. We really shouldn't just even bring it up.
No, I don't even think we own the fucking domain name anymore.
No, nerdities.com doesn't
exist. So instead, go to prowrestlingtees.com/nerdities.
Nerdities.wixsite.com/nerdities does though.
That's the site builder site. So at least that still exists.
Oh my god, look how young we are.
Buy those t-shirts. SinfulCreationsByJustin.com. Buy snacks.
Go to youtube.com/nerdities. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to all things nerdities. Hey everybody, what are you doing on March 25th?
Next Tuesday?
Yeah, what's everybody doing next Tuesday?
I know, I'm hosting Trivia Night.
Woo!
Live on the YouTubes. Remember, are there audience participation prizes?
Of course there's audience participation prizes. And you know what? This motherfucking episode is going to be themed. We're doing Disney trivia, baby.
So remember to answer the audience questions. You need to be logged into your YouTube account / Google account. It's 2025. We know you have one. It's
almost a fucking
yeah,
mandatory thing for the internet.
Yeah, everybody's got one.
Even if you don't have one, there's one waiting for you. They're tracking you anyway.
Just log in. Plus, again, prizes.
Yeah, prizes. It'll be fun.
Come on.
8 p.m. Eastern. We have a whole lot of stuff coming this year, too. So ring that bell to get notified when new content is coming, because a whole lot of new content is coming in 2025.
We hopefully have a lot of new content coming.
And then we need money. Give us money.
Hey,
I like money.
one of the things that's coming for sure is Nerd ET's season 2.
Oh, yeah. Also Disney themed.
Yes, also Disney
Theme park
themed.
themed.
Yeah. And the annual Halloween special, which going to be Treehouse of Horrors like. Look forward to that. I know Mike and I are. And our Christmas special, which sounds like it's going to trap me in a nightmare of mine.
Yeah.
Most of the world would be perfectly happy living it, but Captain Humbug here. That's everything, right? The opinions of the Nerdy's crew are idiotic and poorly thought out, but don't worry, next week's going to be far more salty. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Because of the end of civilization, the Clamp Cable Network now leaves the air. We hope you have enjoyed our programming, but more importantly, we hope you have enjoyed life.